Ahoy, morning breathers. We made it to Friday, so welcome to Friday.
Friday.
Right. It just doesn't work.
I know. I missed my hump day.
You needed to
appearance,
hear
so,
Wednesday.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt was looking forward to Wednesday, you being here. Apparently, you couldn't get out of bed.
Just so you can say hump day, if nothing else.
If nothing else, if I can't come in on Wednesday, should I just call?
I feel like we should have a recording.
Yeah, or
I
that.
could put on the soundboard.
There you go.
Throw it on the
You have
soundboard
extra
right here.
buttons there, don't you?
What's up?
You have extra buttons.
Oh yeah, I can make room. I can make
Can
room.
you double up or anything like that? Okay.
Sure can.
We can arrange that.
Yeah.
Control 1,
Oh yeah.
whatever, however that works.
Control 1 actually shuts the whole system down, Tim. That would be very bad.
I thought that was Control Alt Delete.
No.
I
That's
still
what you
use
think.
that from time to time.
We're gonna have to get headphones. He's got too many buttons over there. We don't actually know what he's
You have
playing
no idea
when
what I'm
he,
playing right
when he
now.
pushes those buttons.
I think we're gonna have to upgrade to speakers or something at some point.
Yeah.
So, but then we're
There's a delay. The only way that works, I think, is with headphones. So we'll have to wear the headphones.
If we run it through the board, I think we'll be fine. But I don't know for sure. We'd have to test it out.
All right.
Behind the scenes.
Some serious R&D going on at some point.
Behind the scenes.
This is not normal conversation for us, by the way.
Yeah, this is an odd
out
conversation.
of the
We're
blue.
just nobody's like
They didn't
everybody's
really
like,
start the show very good. Just my normal.
ahoy!
Ahoy! It's kind of it.
Let's
Made it
reset.
to Friday. My God,
We've
been a long week.
Yeah, we've
It's been a
limped
long,
to
short
Friday.
week.
Yeah.
On a 4-day week too, and it still felt long.
It's felt long.
yeah, I'm happy today's here.
Yeah, and we got a doubleheader tonight, so
You guys better get a nap in today.
I know.
Is it softball, isn't it?
Softball tonight.
That'll be fun. The Washington girls are 10th ranked.
I think they should have. They've got a solid
We've
team.
got 3 good pitchers, is what I understand.
Nice.
So
We'll see him live in action tonight.
that'll be
Tune in.
fun.
Tune in live on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
I will be watching middle school softball over in Columbus Junction.
All right.
So maybe I can throw it on.
You can.
Throw
You
yours
could just
on
be
a little bit.
softball mania. Yeah, you have the stream on
Can't get
while
enough
you're at a
softball.
game.
Just watching both. Give me another screen.
I've done that before. I've been at games and turned on other games.
Well, you know,
Sometimes you just got to do it.
there's things not happening in every game that you have time to.
Exactly.
There's no sense in letting your brain rest. Is there?
No, not at all. Why would you do
Where's
that?
that commercial?
Sleep when you're dead.
There's that commercial for U.S. Cellular. That's we have to have something. We have to watch something else while we're watching something. And I find myself doing that. I will scroll out sometimes on TV.
yeah. I'm constantly watching 2 screens. Seems like.
Well, especially if this, I'm just going to say it. Sometimes something is on the television that my wife mostly likes and not me.
Yes.
And I find myself being somewhat interested, but
Been there, done
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, it was the same way. Like, it would every day after school, I watched so much Law and Order because that's what my mom was watching. It's like, you kind of get hooked after a while.
Law and Order is one of the shows that I never watched till I got married to Patty.
I was listening to like a podcast about, like, they were talking about TV shows and they were talking about Law and Order as like, I think someone's literally studied it. It's like the way it's set up, the perfect show to like, just to watch and like have on, and it like the way the story and the plot unfolds every episode, it's like super easy to watch but also compelling at the same time. There's like a chemistry or whatever with
Something
it.
really
Like,
good about it.
yeah.
Plus, they tell you when the exciting stuff's coming because they go, dun dun.
It's one of those shows where you can watch episode 1 or episode 500.
Exactly.
and It's not like you're missing anything. You're just
Yeah.
picking up where it starts.
Just another criminal being
It's another
brought to
day in the
justice.
life of New York PD.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Law and Order. We've never talked about that. Thank
No,
you.
we haven't.
Dick Wolf, because I did watch a little bit of that last night.
Yeah.
Dick Wolf, who is the creator of that show,
Yep.
has to be a tillionaire.
He might be.
He might be.
It's got to be up there.
I mean, there's like 3 spinoffs of
Yeah,
that.
3 or 4.
I think you need to make a tillionaires list for this show that you like. Whenever one comes up, you add to the list.
Forbes has their
Tillionaires.
Yeah.
Richest people in the world. We have our
500,
tillionaire list.
Billionaires list.
Dick Wolf has to be on it.
Yeah. Is he ahead or behind Elon Musk?
He's very quietly ahead.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You don't know what he looks like.
Nope.
You know
Yeah, I was gonna say
Elon Musk.
I've never seen a photo of Dick Wolf. I just know every time I watch Law and Order, it's executive
I got
producer
it.
Dick Wolf. Pete's gonna look
Created
it up.
by-
SPP.
Elon,
Executive
Bezos, Buffett, Dick Wolf.
Dick Wolf.
Wolf.
Dick
He's
Wolf.
he has to be in the conversation. That show has been on for 25 years.
There he
There
is.
he is.
When I see him here in this picture, you guys know. Well, he looks like a guy I golf with. That's all I.
This is Dick Wolf.
That's amazing.
He has a beard.
I kind of preferred just picturing an actual wolf.
See, kind of unassuming. I had no idea how to picture him.
No, not at all.
Well, I'm thinking if you ran into Buffett, you wouldn't think much of it either.
Well, no, because he drives a '96 freaking Corolla or something.
Yeah, I'd said this before. He goes to McDonald's or something, drives through only when his wife gives him the $3 allowance that he can buy breakfast.
That doesn't even get you anything at McDonald's.
$3
anymore.
get you breakfast.
I think
anymore?
like a cup of coffee and a something. I don't know.
You get a biscuit
I was
with nothing on it.
Yeah, right. Just a dry biscuit.
I was having a conversation with my mom about her parents, and they were very frugal. And she was like, "Yeah, we maybe only went to McDonald's a couple times a year." And I'm like, "That's even crazier because McDonald's was cheap then. Like it wasn't even
You
expensive."
understand people were making $12,000 a year,
Right? Yeah.
Right.
and that was you were probably doing pretty well.
Yeah.
You could buy a house for $16,000. You
Right.
put that on a 30-year mortgage.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Boy, those were the days.
Brand new car for $3,000 right off the lot.
Yes, indeed. You had gasoline that was cheap.
Right.
Boy, life was good.
You know,
You don't remember it.
but it also
This pre
It's
SPP.
pre-SPP.
but it also goes back to you only made $12,000 a year.
But boy, we were happy. It didn't matter. You didn't do any good to complain.
Right.
Everybody was in the same boat. Before we get too much further, we've just been all over the place. I love
Yeah.
this. The Southeast Iowa Video Network is powered by KCTC.
Thank you, Casey.
It's Casey and all the gang over at KCTC and the Morning Breath crew. The four of us who I will introduce now as Boss Man Mac.
Ahoy, Skipper.
We have Jackson.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. And, of course, we can do nothing without SPP.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to you, my lad. We are all sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank
you,
you,
Willie.
Willie.
Excuse me. while I get a
You struck Peter. Peter thought that was funny.
drink cool,
You-
refreshing
I was-
H2O.
It's just I knew what was coming next, and then I didn't.
Then you didn't?
Then I didn't.
Fresh is.
Yep.
Well, people can read, so I don't have to do that every day, do I?
Right.
It is part of my thing, though.
It's part of the thing.
We were talking earlier before we went on air that I know more about hockey than Matt does.
Yes, by far. By far.
And I knew two things. And that was it.
And that was it. That's two more than I knew. So I did know that the playoffs were happening. I did not know anything above and beyond that.
Every year I say I'm gonna learn to watch hockey, and then every year I don't.
I always
Yeah.
watch the playoffs. Peter watches a good bit of hockey.
Back in
Did
my
you say
day.
a good bit?
A good bit.
wee
good
bit?
That seems very Canadian.
What's a good bit of hockey, eh?
See,
There you go.
He's from Wisconsin. It's basically
just Lapland.
it's right there.
It's the 51st state up there.
It doesn't
they
border-
just don't know it yet.
It doesn't
Right.
border Canada. Fun fact.
No, it does not.
It's a big
But
lake. Big lake there.
But if you throw a rock really hard,
You could hit it.
you could get to Canada.
Really, really hard.
Just
But
go on up to.
You gotta have a Nolan
gotta
Ryan.
have
on
a
it.
You just
good
drive up north, go through Eau Claire, then up through Duluth, and then you're right there.
Oh, Duluth.
Duluth.
I bought a ping pong table in Duluth.
You do everything in Duluth.
I think I should write a song about that. I think that would be a good folk.
It's like a Bruce Springsteen
Yeah,
song.
I bought a ping
I
pong
bought a ping
table
pong
in
table in
Duluth.
Duluth.
I gotta know more. Why did you go to Duluth to buy a ping pong?
Well, so our family has a cabin in northern Wisconsin, and that was the closest place to where it is to buy a ping pong table. We wanted to put a ping pong table in there, and they didn't have any in the small town of Hayward, which is about 20 miles from the cabin. I'm not going to give away where I live, or where it is, but we had to go.
You'll get stalkers if you do.
Yeah,
So.
we had to go all the way to Duluth to get it. That was the closest place.
How far a drive was that?
Couple hours.
Which direction?
It's a cabin for a reason. It's remote. It's off in the middle. We live it's on a dirt road.
If you had to put a number in terms of an address, what would you
What would you
say?
put? If I had to Google that.
Is there a
don't.
street?
It's on Cleary Road.
Oh, the old Clary. Yes, I know. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just over yonder from
Up the road a piece.
just over yonder from Stone Lake.
It's a short 4.5 hour drive to Duluth.
Yes.
Yeah.
You say Duluth way better than I do.
Duluth.
You say it like you belong up there.
Jeff says Sam Walton drove a beat-up pickup truck and is still in the Walmart Museum in Bentonville. I remember hearing that.
Sam Walton was another good old boy.
Yep.
I never knew him.
Yeah, he made a little bit of money too.
Yeah, but he couldn't have been a tillionaire.
No, but like
He's no Dick Wolf.
but like 12 of his descendants are still on the billionaires list. Yeah.
Sorry, 12 of his descendants.
Like 12 of his descendants are still on the billionaires list. Probably not 12, but a bunch.
Had to squander all that.
Yeah, you couldn't, could you? I mean, you could. Somebody probably
Certainly could.
Somebody probably
Certainly could.
Yeah, we've read a lot of, I would stay away from Florida because apparently you get dumber down there and you
Right.
do meth and wrestle alligators and
Yes. Yeah.
then get shot by police.
Speaking of which, this is just kind of weird that this popped up. Speaking of people that have too much money.
Nobody in this room, I believe.
So
I'm just going to take a guess.
we no, none of us in the room. So we've all not participated, not done anything with it, but we've all heard of OnlyFans, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know much about it. I'm going to stick to that story forever. I don't know. I don't have any idea what's happening on there, but apparently it's a amateur, and there's a lot of naughty things that happen on OnlyFans. But apparently, one of the influencers says most of the guys that she interacts with just want to talk, including one guy that has paid her over $6 million in 2 years, and he just wants to talk and have a conversation. He's a married guy, doesn't get to have conversations with his own wife, so he pays this girl $6 million over 2 years just so he can talk.
Doesn't his wife go through the checkbook every once in a while?
Well, so I'm thinking.
Look at the credit card bills.
I'm thinking that's somebody that has a lot of money, and I don't know. Who knows what she's spending $6 million on? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Same thing.
Wouldn't it be odd if he was actually talking to her?
In a crazy twist?
Twist.
This sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
You sound just like my wife.
Says the report breaks down the top 7 topics men chat about with OnlyFans models: their hometown and upbringing, work. I'll bet they're talking. But they will say exactly where they live.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Don't
They
give
will
an
put their
address.
Addresses are certainly leaked in
Yeah,
those.
the work, hobbies like gaming, cooking, sports, pets, the model's latest holidays and social posts, TV shows, movies and books, and fitness and workouts. Those are what they want to talk about most.
I'm so sure.
I understand we're getting this from OnlyFans models.
Yeah, well, she made $6 million. Did you make $6 million over 2 years? I didn't.
I have not. No. It's amazing. I too have never been on that. I think you have to have an app for it. I don't know.
I don't know if it's a website or an app or whatever. You have to pay.
I've just heard people have, like, somebody will make hundreds of thousands of dollars for showing pictures of their feet.
Right. All kinds of things. Right.
Get what? Say that again?
Yes.
I throw my feet out there for
I
a few $1,000.
Can't show,
I don't
can't
know.
show
I'll
the
show you my feet for $10.
can't
What-
show the toes for free.
OnlyFans. Who would have thought? There's probably somebody else getting pretty wealthy.
Yeah, and they tried. I can't remember when this was. It's been a while ago. They tried to clean it up and make it more family friendly.
Yeah.
And so, it's just kind of like site for the whole family and immediately hit backlash
Yeah.
and said, okay, no, we're not going to do that.
I remember that. I would see ads for it like on like Twitter, and it'd be like, "Here's a cooking show," and I'm like, "That's
Right.
not what this is."
That's not what OnlyFans is.
Now we know.
Yeah. Well, apparently most people just want to talk and pay you $6 million for the privilege.
That's a lonely guy.
Can't you just go to like a? I
It's an expensive conversation.
Isn't there a priest in your town?
Or like a
Exactly.
therapist? Like, couldn't you see like a
Just
psychiatrist?
catch your bill in at least half.
Go to the
See a
park and
therapist.
sit on a bench.
I won't hide it. I've been to therapy before. I've had great conversations.
Yeah.
Talk out a lot of things.
Talk through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
don't know.
apparently this guy he's got more money than he knows what to do with, and he found a friend on OnlyFans.
Well, everyone to their own taste.
Yeah. Yes.
Said the old
To
lady
each
who
their-
kissed the cow.
To each their own.
It's an old Irish thing.
Yeah, you go.
I know this. If I was to dial up OnlyFans, I would want to make sure they knew that today was International Day of the Potato.
They probably already know.
Well, you would think that OnlyFans models would be very astute in days of the week,
Right.
Of course.
And you're probably right. They would.
Well, if they're
but
getting-
they'd have plenty to talk about.
If they're getting paid that kind of money, they better have some interesting things to bring up in conversation.
Think about that. I wonder how long their conversations last.
I don't know.
Because I could talk about potatoes all day.
But can we listen all day?
What's your favorite potato fact, Tim?
that you can actually take a potato that you get and let it grow an eye and cut that thing and put it in the ground, and you'll have potatoes next year.
That's a good one.
That's a good fact.
That's a good one.
Anything else you want to know?
Um,
Because I could just go on.
Can
and
I-
on.
You gotta start charging. You gotta start charging.
do you have any French fry related potato
You're
facts?
going to have to. McDonald's gets a very specific kind of potato grown only in Idaho at this point.
Oh,
They're very long and kind of narrow because they want long French fries.
Sure.
Although every time, and I've reverted back to my childhood. I only go to McDonald's like twice a year. Whatever I get fries, there's always a bunch of short little bastards in there.
yeah.
So
It's a
I must
shame.
be getting the end of the potato.
McDonald's too. Like, it's good they only use a specialty potato. I don't even know if it's in my top 5 fast food fries. Maybe.
Really?
Maybe.
You're crazy.
There's yeah.
I don't know. There's better fast food fries, I think.
Name one.
Arby's curly fries,
Arby's curly fries
and
are better.
Arby's crinkle fries, both very good.
They're good, not better.
I think I like Culver's fries better than McDonald's fries.
we gotta get a break.
I have.
I don't know.
It's time to get a break.
Holy cow! It is time. It is break time. So this
gonna come up with a ranking before we come back.
I'm positive that this conversation will continue, but we'll take a break and we'll be back right after.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you with a flexible financing you need to install that all-season room or remodel your kitchen with a home equity line of credit. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Ahoy, Morning Breathers. Welcome back. Before we get to Jack Solon's list, are there any hellos we should
mention Jeff's here. Denise is here.
Jeff was here early.
He was. Jeff was number 1 in this morning. He won the first in trophy for today.
To make sure we get his prize sent out.
Yeah, I'll mail that later
You
today.
get a free pickle.
We'll send you a pickle.
We're just gonna throw that little button into
There you go.
an envelope and send it to you, Jeff.
Denise is here. She says she ran Grandma's Marathon in Duluth in 2015. She has a T-shirt that says "Eat pasta, run fasta."
That's a good T-shirt.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
my mom's here. Cindy just came. She says she's a bit late, but she's here for the end.
Duluth is amazing. How many ties there are to Duluth?
Shout out Duluth.
It's been an ongoing theme for us for about a year.
It won't go away.
So it just won't leave.
Denise, I would have never guessed in I don't know a tillion years that you would have run
Dick
a race
Wolf
up
amount
there.
of years.
You probably ran by Jacques Solon's house somehow.
You would have gone up if you were going to Duluth from Iowa and you went to that house. You are off the beaten
You went the
path.
wrong way.
That is a terrible.
Well, it's right off,
scenic
you made it
route
wrong.
it's right on
turn.
Cleary Street. I mean, it's,
Exactly.
it's right down the road.
I'm gonna have mysterious mail sent to that cabin. People are gonna be like, family's gonna be like, "What the heck is this?"
Jack, what have you done this time?
I'm doing a run. That reminded me. I've got a run on Sunday. I'm doing a beer run.
So you just go get some PBR.
That is
or-
not. You know, I clocked that as I said it. It is not just me going to the store to buy beer. It's an actual run that also has.
Have you trained for this beer run?
No, it's very casual. It's only like 1.5 miles.
So more like a brisk walk.
Yeah, I think I thought it was more of like a race, and then I've slowly learned it is just more like
It's
you
just
run
a
to
quicker
little
bar
station,
crawl.
have a beer.
I think when you throw beer into it, the racing part becomes less relevant.
I was a little excited to like see if I could, because there's 3 stations and they don't fill it's not a whole beer. They just fill like a little bit of a.
I'd find a race that has a whole beer at least.
Well, so this is what I've learned is I knew some people who did it before, and they have to, each station has to tap the keg of beer. So people would finish the run and then go back because there was still beer left over. So
Yeah, I like that beer and stop too. Let's
yeah,
go there.
I think that is part of it. But I was kind of excited to see how fast I could do the 3 stations of beer and finish the race still. But
Let's be first in line at every stop.
yeah, that's the
Exactly.
goal. So
Slam
I'll
that
have
beer.
to
I'm
come.
off.
I'll have to come back with a report on how I do. I'm very excited.
Is this in Iowa somewhere?
It is in Milwaukee.
Okay.
It's in Duluth.
Imagine that.
It's in Duluth.
It's in Duluth. It's not in Duluth.
Ray says the record income for a potato on OnlyFans is $625,000. I don't know what that means or how that works.
There's
but
the old Ray I love.
That sounded like a takeaway.
Just out of the blue.
Sell potatoes on OnlyFans.
the record income for a potato on OnlyFans is $625,000. I don't
Use your own imagination on that, folks, because you have to have some kind of an imagination to throw a potato on fans.
Well, apparently it was effective. $625,000.
Tax free, I assume.
Yeah,
You charge income tax and state tax on that.
I don't know how that works.
Is a potato does it have a social security number?
Exactly. I don't know.
Stolen identity from a potato.
Yeah, Jeff wants to know why his prize is not salsa. It's a fair question. That's a fair question.
You have some
we
left,
don't
right?
have
You
any
can give
left.
away, right? You got that big jar. You can give away a little bit of it.
Well, no,
Big jargon.
no, it's still there. I can't part with it, Jeff. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to wait for Martha to come back.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll bring an extra.
I'm sure she will. Not for me, but whatever.
You'll get a smaller jar.
I'll get a smaller jar.
For Jeff.
Next time it'll just be a little Tupperware thing. Just like here, you can get at least 3 chips out of that.
and make sure you get the Tupperware back to your mom. Oh, Ray's got more.
He says just talking to a potato about potato stuff. $625,000.
Good God. Okay. When we went to break, we had a massive discussion about the best French fries, and it was decided, And even Jackson concluded that McDonald's is the one to compare all to.
I don't know if that was a unanimous decision.
It was because you were outvoted.
I was outvoted. Well, I think that
Did
makes
you
it
get
not
on-
unanimous.
It's a take I can get behind.
Unanimous, I believe, means more than 50%.
I don't know. Okay.
It's well, I'll let Ray figure that out.
The only other restaurant I wanted to throw out that I think definitively has better fries than McDonald's. Have you guys been to Zaxby's?
No.
Everybody
I
knows
have, but I
Zaxby's?
don't remember the fries.
Okay. I think it's a little bit more in the South. Zaxby's fries are very good, very well seasoned. I like them better than McDonald's.
The number one thing about fries is that if you can get, sometimes you get the cold ones at the bottom, and a cold fry is not good. You got to have a good hot fry. Don't care where it's from.
Give me a lot of salt too.
And a lot of salt. Ray says Burger King has the best fries.
That's what I like about French fries. Everybody can have an opinion. So, Jackson, your top 5 list.
So I only came up with 4, which probably refutes my argument.
Still
as a whole.
top 5.
I put Arby's and Zaxby's. Those are my 2, and I put Culver's and Wendy's above them. I like Wendy's fries.
Wow, 4 above McDonald's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where I'm standing.
I am going to now defer all my fry comments to you because you are obviously.
I don't know. I don't know if
connoisseur.
I'm the foremost expert.
Well, you heard of Zaxby's?
Zaxby's. It's good. It's like they're known for like their chicken fingers. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's good. It's
Like
good
Culver's.
fast food. It's kind of like Culver's, yeah.
Culver's is really good, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
Really good.
It's kind of like Culver's.
Hardee's has some good curly fries too. Forgot about Hardee's.
I think Hardee's had the best breakfast.
They do.
I like Raising Cane's too, but everything with Raising Cane's is only good because of the sauce, I think.
One of my top 5 lists is I'm going back that pre-SPP, and I don't even know if you know about this one, Matt. The Hub here in Washington had really, really good
Oh no, I didn't.
and good roast beef.
I missed out on the Hub.
The Hub. It's no longer with us.
Bummer.
742.
You want the rest of Ray's list? Burger King's the best. Wendy's is second. Culver's third. And McDonald's is fourth.
At least it made his top 4.
I am picking
didn't
up.
even
I'm
give
picking
yours.
up what Ray's putting down.
You wouldn't even put McDonald's in number 5.
I got him 5th.
Oh.
I'll put him 5th. Yeah. For now, until Taco Bell starts making better fries. I'm just kidding.
You've been to a lot of places.
You don't like the nacho fries?
I don't think I've ever had the Taco Bell
Yeah,
nacho fries.
yeah,
Taco Bell. They're doing like nuggets now. I like. I don't know. Give me my either 3 soft taco supreme or my $7 Lux Cravings box, and I'm good. I don't need.
Is the
nuggets
Taco
from
Bell nacho fries? That's on their low calorie list, right? That's
Yeah,
on their
that's-
diet
yeah.
menu.
You might find this amazing. I've never had Taco Bell.
You know,
Wow,
I
really?
used to be surprised by the things you said, and not so much anymore.
Chick-fil-A, I've been there twice.
I haven't been to Chick-fil-A very
I
often.
think I've also been about 2 or 3 times.
I can't eat at Chick-fil-A.
Can't.
No.
Peanut
They
allergy.
use peanut oil. Allergic.
Stay away from that then.
Yeah.
All right, 743. We got to take a break so we can get set for the day. So, what do you say, SPP?
Yes.
All right, we'll be right back.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Bring the kids, share the memories, celebrate 75 years of traditions at the Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Relive the magic of steam engines, antique cars, and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Whether it's your first visit or a cherished tradition, you'll enjoy the delicious foods, the thrill of an Old West shootout, and the excitement of nightly grandstand entertainment. For 75 years, this has been the place where memories are made at the 2025 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 28th through September 1st in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome back to this crazy Friday show we've got today.
Friday.
This doesn't...
It's not the same.
It just doesn't sound the same.
I did it anyway.
Because now all I picture is you being a camel saying, hump day!
Well, what? Guess what day it is? I'll be back. What day?
Okay. Should we get set for the day?
You should.
All right, let's do. Hit the buttons.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Let's get set for the day. It is Friday, the 30th of May. This is episode 321. The time is 7:46 a.m. Temperature right now in Fairfield, 59. Mount Pleasant, 59. In Washington, 60. I don't know what you guys think.
Jackson.
All right, it's all good. Mix of sun and clouds today. High of 82.
Jackson went deep.
And a low of 58. Today's headlines from SoutheastIowaUnion.com. Fairfield honors fallen heroes. Cowgirls are leading the charge.
Wait.
Yep.
What the heck? It's in the paper, huh?
So I think the Cowgirls lead the charge is in the Mount Pleasant zone.
Oh, so I don't get to see
So you
that.
may or may not have seen it. It's also a beef month story. So
I'm not very good about going online and reading.
you're right. So it might be. I didn't look to see if it was in the
pretty
Washington version.
Thorough in the newspaper.
Yeah.
I don't remember reading that.
Well, this was in the Mount Pleasant zone. So
I think I have it, the paper saved in there somewhere. I think I can get it.
there you go. And under new state law, Washington schools waive cell phone policy. They are. I think that's mandatory that they have to start. I don't know if they just made that. Did they make it so that you have to do it, or just you have the option to do it?
No, I think it's new law.
That you can't have
So you have
phones.
to make some
Legislative,
policy,
House File
but it doesn't have to
72,
be.
signed by Kim
I think
Reynolds.
each school district has the ability.
Requires
to,
schools to ban electronic devices during instructional time, citing teachers who say they can't.
Right.
I think the decision is you just ban it during class time and let them have it between classes and at lunch.
Yeah, I've heard
Or ban it
there are
altogether.
schools that do some schools you turn it in when you walk in the door in the morning, you get it back at the end of the day, and others you can have it between classes and stuff. So
That would have been brutal. Turn it in the morning, couldn't have it back.
yeah,
They say
been
that
tough.
the schools that did that the first couple of weeks was miserable.
Yeah, I bet.
but way better in the end.
But kids, they're adaptive.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see it being a good policy. I didn't have that in my high school, so I would not have enjoyed that.
It was funny because the administrators for those schools said, you know, it's funny how all of a sudden you see kids talking to other kids a lot more.
Yeah.
and just hanging out.
Yeah.
Doing what we used to do.
Yeah.
Throwing eggs at it and stuff.
Throwing eggs at
Throwing
stuff.
eggs at stuff.
Firecrackers in lockers.
That's all you can do. You know, we didn't have phones, didn't have video games, had Atari. That was about it.
Firecrackers in lockers.
Oh, they're loud.
that'll get you expelled,
That'll get
by
you,
the way.
that'll get you expelled.
You speak from experience there,
At least
Tim?
it did for me.
Sports tonight. Mount Pleasant baseball takes on Muscatine, and Mount Pleasant softball faces Mid Prairie. Washington baseball is home against Solon. And as mentioned before, the Washington softball team has a home doubleheader tonight against Ottumwa that you can watch right here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
You know, if you guys were really good, you could throw a camera over the baseball game too.
Yeah, it's not. No.
Okay.
No.
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 You gave that some thought.
Yeah, not very long.
Just for a tillionth of a second.
Yeah, we actually, the fleeting thought was like, if the boys had a doubleheader and the girls had a doubleheader, we'd do one game here and then jump over to the other. But no.
It's just hard to.
The logistics just didn't work.
I understand.
Yeah. This day in history, on this day in 1911, since we talked about the Indianapolis 500 yesterday.
Pre-SPP.
It is pre-SPP.
The first Indianapolis 500 automobile race was run in Indianapolis, Indiana, and it was won by Ray Harroun in about 6 hours and 42 minutes.
Ah, of course.
God.
Yeah, which now
I would have had a whole 8 hours of sleep.
Exactly. Now they now they're running in about 3 hours. But even then, it took 6 hours and 42 minutes. I mean, they're going, in 1911, going just under
32 miles an hour.
Well, no, but you're still going somewhere around 100 miles an hour, right? Because they're going 200 miles an hour now.
The pit stops were 12 minutes.
Well, true that.
Imagine driving in first for 6 hours and 41 minutes ahead of everybody else, and then you get passed in the last lap. And
Right.
Oh, that would suck.
So
Old Ray Harroun came around turn 4, flying at a whopping 48 miles an hour. The likes of man has never seen another man travel at
48
such
miles
speeds.
an hour.
Well, we did a story once about scientists believed at one time that if you went over 20 miles an hour in a car, your body would disintegrate or something like that. They didn't think the human body could withstand such speeds.
I could see it.
Don't trains go like
a good
25
take.
miles an hour?
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
Trains?
Yeah.
Like, no. They go faster than that.
I was going to say.
Back in the day. No, now they do.
back
If
in the
you
day.
if you look out and see these trains go by here, I mean, they're going faster. Some of them things are flying.
I mean, but wouldn't you think if you could survive a train going 20 miles per hour, you could survive being in a car going 20
Fair
miles
enough.
an hour?
This might have been in the 1800s.
Oh.
I don't know.
There was a plan when Peter and I were in college to put a bullet train from Kansas City to St. Louis that would get you
That's
there.
true.
In
Would have got
30
there in like
minutes.
40 minutes.
Yeah,
Nice.
which that's a 4-hour car ride from that way. Yeah,
That's honking.
That
That's
is.
moving.
good old I-70.
Jack, you want a random joke, random quote, or random fact?
I would like a random joke on this Friday.
A random joke. I am so good at sleeping that I can do it with my eyes closed.
That is a good sign. You're a good sleeper.
I can, yes, I thought so.
Maybe there's a reason we don't do many jokes.
Wow.
I like
then.
them. I like them.
Anyway, Ray Harroun back in 1912 came back to the Indy 500 and broke his own land speed record, went 56 miles an hour.
Maybe I should get my dad joke book back out.
Well, they can't all be winners.
I was told to pick a joke because I was bullied into not picking facts. And
Did I bully you?
no.
Okay.
No, Peter did.
You always picked fact.
I like
Switch
learning.
it up.
I did switch it up, and that's what happened. I'm so good at sleeping, I sleep.
The random fact would have been good today, but we'll have to save
it for another day.
Save it for another day.
You'll have to tune in.
You know what? I won't be back next hump day.
Wow.
What the what?
Sorry.
All right.
That's uncalled for, man.
Can we get a recording of it before the day is over?
Hump
Oh,
day.
Yeah.
I can just use the old YouTube file and just. I could just AI Jack's voice in. So.
We need him.
Hello, it is
Video-
me, Jack. Hump day. What? Meet more. I love morning breath.
Jeff's takeaway for the weekend. It's time to set up a GoFundMe page for Tim's bucket list trip to the Masters. We need volunteers to decorate the long car.
I'm all for it. I'm all for that. Jeff, you just keep winning my admiration.
Yep, when you hit 14 grand, let us know.
Let us know.
On the bucket
Please
list.
do.
Well, it seems like you got to sell potatoes on OnlyFans to get back that money.
one potato conversation and you're in.
There we go. I have to get creative on OnlyFans. All right, today's that's a good one, Jeff.
That's a good
I'm
one.
all for that. I might even send him some of my salsa.
Just a little. Just a little
Here's
bit.
No, I'll send him the half jar.
The half a jar, right?
Today's takeaway, SPP.
Yes. If anybody would like to play ping pong up north, you just got to go down Old Cleary Road,
The old Cleary Road.
just across from the old Duluth, and play some games.
Because there's a table there.
There's a table there.
It's seldom used because who just gets up there every day?
Yeah, I think the table actually might be in storage right now. So
Okay.
we'll have to get it out for the summer.
Jackson, do you have a takeaway?
I do. My takeaway is I believe Ray Harone probably stopped a couple of times at McDonald's for some fries during his 6 hour and 42 drive around a circle
Around the circle.
at the first Indy 500. Also, shout out to Denise. She said, "Love this, Jackson. Have a good time at the beer run." Thank you, Denise. I will.
Indeed, that's a great takeaway. Boss man.
Peter has a lot of buttons over there that has lots of things on it, and we don't have any idea what any of it is.
You have no idea. You have no idea.
Peter gets to push all the buttons in this room.
He does, and we're powerless to stop it or know what's
We
happening.
could be broadcasting on OnlyFans right now. We could be making
no
bank
idea.
right now. You have no clue.
He's got a side account set aside for all the OnlyFans money.
Peter's just talking to
Embezzling all the funds.
lonely married
from
people.
Well, yeah.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Peter has an OnlyFans, but when someone requests a conversation, it's just a video of Tim saying ahoy, and then they pay him $6,000.
And it goes into my Swiss bank account.
Yeah. Then he launders the money through that old shop, the hub.
The hub.
Go through the
That's
hub.
why it's gone now.
It still exists. It's underground.
Yeah, you
Right,
went,
exactly.
You went a long way for that one.
Yeah, I did.
You had to wind a little bit to get there.
Good imagination.
But you got there.
I liked it. My takeaway is that secretly SPP wishes he was around in 1911 so he could get a good long nap.
Oh, yeah. I get my full 8 hours in those
Full 8 hours.
6:42.
All right, I think I am bound and determined to not hit 8 o'clock.
I was going to say, we were getting close.
Yeah, we were
I'm
getting
bound and determined to not hit 8 o'clock. But thank you all for joining. Thank you for the comments. Thanks for those who listen and don't comment. Thanks to all the sponsors. We couldn't do this show with that. Well, we could do it, but but we prefer not to.
Well, yeah, we could, but thanks anyway.
I mean, I feel
Beautiful
like we'd
sponsor
still do
shout
it.
out.
we might. I think Peter and his paycheck at the end of the week would be like, "Hey, we need some sponsors, guys."
Can't keep hitting all these buttons for free.
The
We
OnlyFans
can
is
just
paying
tap
for
into
everything. We're fine.
SPP's OnlyFans account.
Yeah.
That's all we need to do.
Yeah, I'm already making bank.
Everybody have a great weekend. We're going to have glorious weather. It's starting to heat up. The oven got turned on.
Yep.
Yay!
I think 87 or something on Monday. So.
Yeah, going to be warm. So have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday. Until then, ahoy.
Ahoy.